Hello and welcome to Budapest. It's been a while since our last video. I had pretty much stuff to do outside of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and this will keep so for a little while more. However, it is time to fly a little bit. There is no ATC online, so we are flying offline with FSLTL traffic injection. With no ATC, I won't bother with the vanilla one, and beyond ATC seems pretty far away, a lot further away than I was anticipating it. For all reasons, it seemed like it's on the verge of early access being released, but seems like it's not. It's at least a month away from what Captain said on the Discord. At least that's my take on it. So we are going to fly offline with traffic on, no ATC, there is no VATSIM controllers online in Europe. And today we are flying to Salzburg. It's a flight I have done before, it's a short one, but not too short, so it's just for a little bit of fun. And with that, let's jump into the cockpit. And also, I have purchased the Budapest airport on the marketplace when it was on sale. It looks really fine. So, back to what we are doing. Let's start with the cockpit inspection as always and start with the standby battery test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a bit. It's on, so let's arm the emergency lights. I like this to be up even with so much light outside. And let's just check landing gear lever is down, so it's safe to turn on the batteries. And as we have external power available, let's use that. As for our flight plan, we are at Budapest as mentioned, flying to Salzburg. And we are departing from runway 13 left, just by the Chile to Bravo departure. Let's load that. We are going to arrive to runway 15 by the Nubra Free Romeo. Let's also load that, and from there ILS 15 from Salzburg W our station, and our minimums is 1682. Also ILS frequency is 109.9. We can already set that. So let's load that as well. And between our departure and arrival, we only have Golf Yankee Romeo and Sierra November uniform. And that's it. So let's just check it on the map. So 13 left, then usual kilepucok, győr, there's SNU Nubra all the way up to Salzburg W and then down to the runway. That looks good enough to me. It's interesting that the map is changed to this satellite image. That's part of the airport scenery. Alright, back to the checklist.
No takeoff. No takeoff.
No takeoff. I just touched the throttle here, so external lights. Although there are no passengers today, it's just me and you in the cockpit. Let's turn on the APU. And speaking of which, so weight and fuel. The crew is 350 and we have no passengers and no pay cargo. According to SimBrief, we should load 3,723 pounds of fuel, of which we will use about half of it. Our alternate is München, but I hope we will not need to fly there this time. And about takeoff data, so 1 free left. $99, 105, 122. Let's accept these. It's almost wind calm here. Okay, with the APU running, we can turn off external power now. Okay, 80s clearance. We will not have clearance and there is no 80s. We are mode S, so let's use 1000. Trims to the green. That's way too much. Okay, landing elevation 1411, that's correct. Weight and fuel was entered, V-speeds were calculated. Fuel quantity was checked, autopilot for the first flight of the day. And since we did not have 80s, let's quickly set 1023. Oh, it's in inches of mercury. Actually, let's use that. It's 3021. And 30. But of course, let's change it over to hectopascals. So 1023. And both instruments, of course, indicating same altitude. Let's ask for the tag. And while the tag comes, let's quickly go over to the charts. Parking brake release. And while we are making that left turn, let's start up. Engine number 2. I've started the left turn too late. So we're going to stop the pushback here. Parking brake on. Let's say goodbye to the tag. Okay, engine number 2 is in the meantime fully started, so let's go for engine number 1. And 2. Oil temp, oil pressure, internal temperature,
No takeoff.
fuel flow,
No takeoff.
and caution ding. Alright. Before taxi checklist, flight controls. Rudder left, right, neutral, down, up, neutral, left, right, neutral, speed brakes, and retracted, flaps 1. Okay, let's set 7,000 initially. Actually, this should have been done while we were on our parking spot. And let's also change the heading to runway heading. Which is 127. Okay, that's correct. I remembered right. So altimeters 31023, 3021. Ice protection not needed. Okay, taxi lights on. Parking brake off. nose wheel steering, brakes. Thrust reversers unlock, deploy, and indication gone. Quick look to the left, a quick look to the right. Clear left, clear right, and we are veering off the line. Okay, we will not need the chart anymore. And while we are rolling, let's do what we can from the before takeoff checklist. So flaps set for flaps 1, speed brakes are in, trim 3.5, ice protection not needed, V-speeds are now shown. So 99, 105, 122. Speed knob is in FMS mode. Radar static heating not needed. And we are approaching the runway, so landing lights on. So takeoff mode selected, auto throttle armed, takeoff thrust set, 70 knots, 80, 90, V1, rotate, gears up, flaps up, Okay, I wanted auto thrust to be on. Why are we doing 300 knots? Flight level change, nav mode. Let's be on track, and then I'm going to turn on autopilot. And also let's go for 320. Okay, that was weird with the auto throttle. It should have changed over to climb shortly after takeoff. We should not have been making to 300 knots this slow. There's the airport. There it is. Now, after takeoff checklist, landing gear is up, flaps are up, throttles managed by the auto throttle, ice protection not in use, pressurization is happening, altimeters, we definitely can go standard baro here. Set exterior lights can go off. Though we do not have passengers, let's just keep that in our hands. And APU can go off. Okay, that airplane that's almost at Putzog is no problem. It it will be long gone by the time we get there. However, the one to the left of it might be an issue since its speed vector is showing to be towards ourselves. Although because we are turning, now the relative speed vector is not towards us. Instead of doing all these turns, let's go direct to Gillap. It also makes sense to avoid the traffic. And we have 18 minutes to top of descent, so 320 made sense. We have about 20 minutes on level flight. As a rule of thumb, I've read it somewhere that you should aim for a cruising duration of at least 20 minutes. But of course, for a half an hour flight you cannot have a cruise of 20 minutes. So this rule cannot be used on all occasions, but for this about 1 hour flight, I think it makes sense. And also, since we are 18 minutes, so now 60 minutes from descent, let's go over our arrival. So we are arriving from Nubra, where we should be over 110. Then we has 501 at also above 110. It's 502 above 8,000, 503 above 5,000. And that takes us to Salzburg W station. Salzburg W should be 4,000, so let's make it at 4,000. We can also go for since we do not have ATC to tell us when to and where to descend, we are going to use VNAV for that. Can also go for 1099, correct? And the approach heading is 153, and I guess that's of course the same as the runway heading, but of course it's not always so. For example, Innsbruck is offset. Okay, missed approach straight ahead, then a left turn to Sierra India. Okay, that's Sierra India. Just before the runway. And then back to the VOR station at 6,000. So we will need to go to 6,000 once we are on the ILS. Okay, can get back to the map. 13 more minutes. Okay, we are going to pass each other quite close, but luckily it's 6,000 feet above us, so should not be a threat. I guess we are over Sierra November uniform, Zola now, and we are now flying towards Nubra, which is the first point of the arrival. We have some traffic on the right side, but none of them will be a problem. The one that's closer to us is going away from us, and the other will be long gone by the time we get where the two paths cross. And it's also 3,000 feet above. I really love how the Alps look like from above. And 5 more minutes to top of descent. Wow, that traffic below looks cool. I wonder why is it not even shown? There is no one below us on the radar. Interesting. I don't think it was 10,000 feet or more below. And 2 minutes 20 seconds to top of descent. And I guess we will need the anti-ice on descent. And almost 10 seconds to descend. What's the traffic over there? Better keep an eye on it. Okay, that's the traffic over there. And we are safely separated. There's also some traffic on the left, and it's also descending, but seems like at a slower rate than us. Okay, we are not exactly in those clouds, but let's just turn it on anyway. It's really hard to tell sometimes. Okay, no traffic, that should be worrisome. I guess those two planes up there are also inbound to Salzburg. Okay, so landing elevation 1411, that's exactly as it is on the charts. APU, well, we can go APU on. We are below 310 by a lot. Of course, we are about 10 minutes away from landing. So it will be running maybe a little bit more than it really needs to. Altimeters, well, we are definitely above transition altitude, so let's wait for that. Although we are descending to 4,000 feet. Let's go for it. So 1021 and 3015. We can do the landing calculations. Okay, 118, 108. And since we are pretty low on weight, we can go 123 for flaps full. That's T plus 5. Is it? 118. Okay, yeah. So approach plus 5, 123 set. And what I was not checking, so we need 2500 of the 8300 and not much wind down there. Let's load the airport. And let's check 153, 153, so the approach is the same as the runway. We can probably exit at Charlie, but I will not press it. We can go Delta or even, well, not Echo. I'm pretty sure we can leave at Echo. So. But for now, let's go back to the map. Okay, it seems to be safe to turn off engine anti-ice. I think we are below the cloud layers. We are gaining pretty fast on that plane, but it's also a lot above us, so no conflict there. It's not even descending, so yeah, no problem. That one over there is definitely an approach. It's nearing the 4000 for Salzburg W, so it's definitely going there. But it will be long away gone from the runway when we get there. think the airport should be behind this column. Over there. Well, I might be wrong. Okay, we are below 10,000. And also let's think the empty passenger cabin. We are not yet on the approach, but let's just check what we can from the checklist. So landing data is calculated, V speeds are calculated. It was 118 for the approach speed. Landing distance was 2500 out of 8000 something. Ice protection not needed. Minimums is set 1682, which is correct from the chart. Altimeters 10213015. Has it landed? Almost. So it's over there. And the runway is over there. And I think we should slow down at this point quite a lot. Even if there is no speed limits, we will not be able to make the turn with such speeds. Need a little bit of help from the speed brakes to get there. I don't know why the auto throttle went up. We are not at the desired speed. Actually, let's go flaps 1 and then we can turn off manual speed. We can go gears down. Let's go flaps 2 to slow even further. So landing lights are on, gears down, flaps 2. Speed brakes are in. Approach armed. And we are 10 miles away. I will keep flaps 2 for a little further. Switch it over to the chart. And glide slope is almost captured. Now it is, which means we can set the 6000 for the go around. Let's go flaps full. My airplane. So gears down, flaps full, lights on. We are a little to the left, but also we have a little wind from the right. Yeah, we are definitely too much to the left. Someone is on the runway, which is taking off, so
400.
we are too low. Now we are too much.
300. Minimums.
Continue. Okay. Landing lights not needed here. So flaps are up. Let's put the trims back to the green zone. Ice protection is not in use. Flaps are up. Lights are set. That was maybe a bit too much braking. Okay, there's the welcome committee. Let's go straight over there. I never can get the amount of brakes right. Let's try to not blind the guy. And stop. Parking brake. Throttles are idle, parking brake is set, ice protection not in use. Engine run stop button. Emergency light switch off. I can turn this down. Standby battery off. APU off. Lights off. So, welcome to Salzburg. I hope you enjoyed this short flight. It's been quite some time since we last had a chance to fly the longitude or anywhere actually. I was glad to have this opportunity now. I think the next flight will be over a week away from now, so this will have to do for a little while. Thank you for joining me on this flight and see you on the next flight. Goodbye.